So I am sincerely and truly inspired to do these videos on health and fitness, but focusing on muscle. Now, let's focus on this video that there is something that happens in the body that's almost unknown, but yet it is known, right? It's almost like the seen and unseen until it becomes seen and aware of, but I'm not going to go into that. But there is a master cell that is not really spoken of or taught. Now, when you learn about the DNA, how the DNA unravels to find other components to rebuild itself up again, what causes that, and who and or what is the author of the DNA? Okay, so for something like that to happen continuously is magnificent. And why am I bringing this up is because muscle, I'm sure we all want to build muscle, but building muscle is easy because the DNA is always breaking apart and rebuilding itself. So let me make a point. Let me make this clear. When you're working out, right, doing 10 reps, 15 reps, 6 reps, 25 reps, 100 reps, the moment you take a break, the DNA has already done what it's supposed to do. It has broken down, and now it starts to look for its components to rebuild itself up again. Think about that. So whether you take 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes of a break before the next set, the DNA is making a replica of exactly what you're doing. So whether you take 3 minutes to 3 hours to 4 hours out of the day, or 1 hour out of the day to work out, to train, your DNA is now making a replica of the actions and activities that you're doing in that process of the stress that you're putting on the body, so that it can adapt and transform the molecules and the atoms in your body so that you can become stronger. To become stronger is just a result or reaction to the cause that you were doing, which is the workout, the push-up, the pull-up, the weight lifting, the running, the jogging, the walking, the sit-up. It's not rocket science, but what makes it rocket science is the breakdown of the tissue and for it to actually have to build up. All you have to do is give your body molecules from nutrients, molecules, right, that it needs to connect, to travel through, so that the DNA can pick it up and make a replica of what you are doing daily. Now, people would say, how does that person do this? How does that person do that? Because they've been doing it every single day and thinking it. So the thought, right, the DNA, the way the cells communicate, the way they break down and rebuild themselves, within itself, that is marvelous. So there is a master cell. Now the point now where I'm getting to, whenever something foreign or even natural or normal happens to your body without you even knowing, let's say you touch a train pole and it has a disease on it, New York City people, and it gets into your system, one of the cells has already detected it and has shot across it. Now, this cell doesn't travel through the vascular system or the muscular system like all the other cells, the majority of the cells do. This master cell shoots right across, just like that. And then it says, hey, yo, take care of this. right? Because if you look at the organizations of people, there's always a master thinker, a critical thinker, one who's here but directs the people what to do. So if you put that in retrospect or perspective or view or however you want to put it, there is a master cell that's already ready to do or respond or to be proactive or whatever, however you want to put it, to respond to the activities that you're doing in your body, whether it's known or unknown. The master cell is what you want to focus on, and it relies on your thinking process. So that dark, deep thought, or the one that you're always pondering on or dwelling on or secretively or sharing or communicating with people or whatever the case is, that cell has all the information needed to do what it needs to do. But what stops the cell from performing is blockages. Think about that. It's blockages. It's physical matter that's so toxic, it has calcified, so now that the master cell cannot get through. So if it's hard for you to develop in anything, it's because you have a blockage. It could be a blockage mentally. A mental blockage, a physical blockage, an economic blockage, a spiritual blockage, a blockage of any form, shape, or matter. But when there's a blockage, there's a roadblock. So everything around us is a replica of what happens inside the body.